said New York City.
Yes, New York City. And Fender, see, Fender guitars from Guitar Center.
Shout out to Guitar Center.
Yep, guitar from Guitar Center. And
we about to get to one of his latest joints. He just freestyle top of the head. And definitely, it's the next segment that we're definitely getting ready to go. Because definitely getting ready to launch that G7 III with that AP Entertainment collabo production. You know, just working the whole nine right now. And we got, you know, a lot of things in the making right now. So real soon, you know, coming soon to store, email, MySpace, online. You know, you're gonna be able to grab it. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned. About to get into the next joint. So, you know, you guys listening, and please, you know, hit us up on the comments. With a couple of other artists that they've been.
you remember Louie Louie?
Exactly.
Louie Louie. Whoa, yeah! I said, now we gotta go. The Kingsmen just got paid for what they did 30 years ago in court. See, there's a perfect example of what's going on in this music. But today, we have all these agreements and contracts we can do, and we have good people that are out there that want to
We got a company and a corporation called ASCAP and BMGs that they take care of.
BMI.
And that's their job.
CSAC.
And CSAC, and that's what they take care of, just to make sure to protect you and me, investment, as far as creating your own idea and bringing it to life, and having somebody go ahead and give you recognition for it. So Jerry, the next question of the sidekick of the day is basically, now that you just showed the TV viewers there about how to promote yourself and how to conduct yourself when you have a material like that, such as if you're an artist or if you're with a label or something like that, to always pay attention to your promotion and make sure that you have your community backing you up, as well as how you told us earlier with how to go ahead and raise money out of nothing by just, you know, even if it's not even a big budget or small budget, you're able to utilize and come out with some good marketing strategies where you could go ahead and still pack the house and still make more than what you started with. And now you're showing us about copywritten and copy patents where, you know, to protect the craft, to protect the creation, where you're letting the young viewers of today know that there are such programs out there that do take care of the responsibility of making sure that, you know, you have the best quality assurance on your music, and you'll be able to focus yourself and be able to create beautiful music out there. So our next question is, after you take those 3 steps and you implement, what is the next step that you have to do to go ahead and reach out to the label to either get a
I need you to tell another story first. This is very, very important. You know how big the Beatles were?
Exactly.
Okay. The Beatles were created. The Beatles were a group, and they were in England. And they were there, and they were in the cavern and the whole thing. But there were a million groups like them. Brian Epstein was a manager. A man in the United States, in New England, named Pete Bennett, took their name and started marketing it and promoting it and putting it around to people and getting it all over the place. Now, me as a promoter, young promoter, I knew this. I went to see the Beatles when they were at Shea Stadium and thing. But I didn't care about meeting the Beatles because I was a promoter. So I was involved with a lot of people. I had a good friend who was a male groupie. His name was Rodney Bingham-Heimer. Everybody in the industry knows him. I mean, he's just like legend. It's like Phil Spector and, you know, that kind of name like this. And Rodney turned to me one day and said, "Hey, Jerry, do you want to go meet the Beatles?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, they're having a party up in Benedict Canyon. Let's go." And I said, now I knew Rodney and I knew how good he was, but that was too much, you know? So we sat, after the concert, we sat in an old station wagon type of thing, you know, not too fancy, but sitting there at a road. And a limousine came by, and I said, "Well, don't we have to follow it?" You know, we'll watch. We got up there ahead and we watched. He knew where the party was going to be, Benedict Canyon. And we waited there, and we waited at that spot. And this limo came by, another car came by, and then an old truck came by. and it had like a plastic cover like over the top of it, or tarp. And Rodney looked and he goes, "There they are." I said, "Rodney, how do you know this?" He says, "They never ever go where they're going. They never ever do it the same way. They may go and when they leave, but when they're traveling to go someplace, they always disguise it." So as soon as the truck went by, we followed it. And we got up the road and they pulled in this driveway. He said, "Shut up, don't say a word." And all he did is, when we pulled up to the driveway, he looked over, pulled right behind him, and he looked over like this, and in his little British accent, he went, "Well, we're with them." And in we went at the party with the Beatles. And they said, "Well, come on, I'll introduce you." "Not interested. Not interested." "Why did you come?" I says, "I want to meet Pete Bennett, the man that made the Beatles happen." So I walked around the party and I said, "Where's Pete Bennett? Where's Pete Bennett? Where's Pete Bennett?" And all the way around the backyard and the whole thing like that, and back on a chair is sitting this man. And I said, "Excuse me, sir, but are you Pete Bennett?" I said, "Yes." He says, "You are my mentor. I have been watching you and learning from you since the day that you put your first word in the New York Tribune and stuff like this. And today I am his best friend in the whole world. I can call him right on my cell phone right now."
And that's a lie. And that's for every person that out there that has a dream, that people try to discourage you and throw you off track. Don't ever fall off your dream. Stick to what you love doing, and I promise you, miracles do work in mysterious ways, and you always come up on top. And you never have to do nobody dirty in the industry. That's how I was able to get out there. So Jerry,
Wait before you do this.
the question before we call Pete Bennett,
We're just going to put him up on the...
the question of the day that I've been trying to get out there.
Can you see the name? What does it say?
Wait. Hold it right there. Oh, it went off.
One more time.
I don't think it can pick it up too well. Wait. Pete Bennett, there it is.
So he knows a lot of legends.
So that's the basic thing I'd say. From now on, you actually go ahead and make sure that you
Patent your ideas and definitely take the proper steps.
And I'm sure we got a company that's really good at patenting ideas. But the
ASCAP,
simplest one,
shout out to ASCAP,
right? But let
EFG.
me tell you the simplest one where I really started to make change. What I did is a friend of mine told me there was a thing called a poor man's copyright, and you would write the words out to a song and a tape recording, maybe not a tape, but just the words to the song, and then you would stick that in an envelope.
Okay.
But here's the secret: when you go to the post office and you stick it underneath there, you flip the envelope. They usually stamp it on the front. What you do is you flip the envelope over, and where the thing goes like this, you ask them to stamp it again. Now that's like a document. You never open it. You own that song.